Hello, hey, hi, how are you?
La comtesse Jeanne du Barry.
Je vous aime.
ジャンヌ・デュバリー、国王最後の愛人。
Uh, exactly as you said, I was intrigued and amazed that this French Algerian director was going to offer this guy from Kentucky the role of Louis the 15th, the King of France. So I was quite intrigued by just the fact that she thought of it, and so I met with her and we spoke, and she was great. We got along great. But then I thought, and I said to her, maybe you should cast a French actor, maybe. And she won out. She had thought of French actors, and she, for some reason, she felt quite adamant that there was something of a connection she'd made between myself and Louis the 15th. So for me, the once I'd accepted, I accept I accepted the role because, well, just like anything, we need a challenge. It was a challenge, but also it was, which is also always a chance to grow or fail, one or the other. But it was also fascinating to me, the idea of Louis the 15th, and then I suppose any monarch, for example, to be the king. He probably from the age of 12 at least, he had to develop so many sides to himself. That is to say, like, sides to himself, meaning he 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 would be very different with when he's in council with his uh, Senate, or he would be very different with his children. Um, but there were various levels of formality that he had to live, and then there were the intimate and the informal moments with mostly with Jean de Barry. So yeah, I think there's something interesting about a king's life, that you would think it's this glamorous, wonderful, um, constant, um, carnival, circus, wonderful. Give me everything I want, but I don't know that I would take that job. It's a lot of responsibility, and also just I think he was exhausted by not really allowed to be a human or a normal, you know. It's very kind of you. I what you your comment. on gaze or using what's behind the eyes, and trying to express, because far more can be said with the eyes and with body language. It's very easy to say the words "I love you" or "Je t'aime" or whatever, or "Je vous aime" or whatever it is. It's easy to say the words if they end up in your mouth, but it's what's underneath the words. It's the subtext of, and so I've always found, for me, that the words are kind of just the words. They're just a kind of helpful part of the map, but what's most important is what's happening behind those words. I just always believe that the people will smell a lie, the people will see dishonesty, the people will feel dishonesty, and why would you? It's not such a difficult job what I do, in my day job. So why would you rip them off? Well, give him something interesting if you can. So in fact, it applies to everything, really. It applies, for me, it applies to how I approach my life, or how I have lived my life, and what I've been able to gather and learn from some amazing people, and then some unamazing people. But no matter what you learn and you take on those experiences, that is, I mean, it's like going to work with your toolbox. Doing a film, especially when the responsibility is great because you're playing someone who actually existed. What's halfway? Why? Nobody wants to go halfway. I certainly don't. So I try to bring honesty, or I try to bring my truth, that I, and apply it to the work that I'm doing. So, and then and then it's just, what is acting but really behaving, just naturally behaving, and then reacting. First, as far with regard to the Palace of Versailles, and having quite good access to the place, I can tell you, walking onto the set, I mean, it's called a set when you're shooting a movie there, but otherwise it's this massive mirrored gallery, and you see 200 extras in period costume, perfect, it's like time travel. It was really impressive. But the most amazing thing really is as stringent yet as absurd as the customs were with regard to behavior in front of the royal monarch, the king, and the way that people needed to had to address him and behave and walk when they exited, walking backwards in tiny steps. I mean, what I hope that people get from when they watch the film and they experience Versailles and the magnitude of that existence, and the absurdity of that existence. I don't know. Thank you guys. Take care. Lots of love.